Hello, welcome to Inquiring Together. In this channel, we look to bring science into political science, explore the interplay between advanced technology alongside a relationship to the world, and figure out for ourselves whether it's possible to move forward together. And on this episode, we ask, what is all the reliance on experts and expertise? Why is it that if an audience is scrolling through YouTube, comes upon these videos, finds videos that articulate some sort of knowledge, memory, or experience of which will come upon the truth of the matter, and it is based upon the knowledge, memory, and experience of which the speaker has gathered. They're from some renowned university or some renowned experience, position, or role, which would lend more so believability, credibility to the average human being. Why is that? Why is it that we are so dependent on statistics, knowledge, and ratios, and figures, and then analyzing those figures and coming upon another conclusion? And then those conclusions can be further analyzed, and so on. Is it possible to see that the problem itself began with knowledge, memory, and experience? And so, to come to analyze the situation through knowledge, memory, and experience only adds to the complexity, to the division, to the separation, to the fragmentation of coming to truth. So, can truth ever be fragmented? Can truth ever have two ways of looking at it? Can truth be something that can be agreed or disagreed upon? Or rather, does truth need to be agreed upon? And can truth ever be disagreed upon? So we find ourselves in this world highly dependent on knowledge, memory, and experience. We could see this for ourselves. If we look through YouTube, we could see our need to continuously analyze, dissect. We can come upon the frustration of a truth going this way. And we can come upon the pleasure of a truth coming this way. And we're constantly on a loop of agreement and disagreement. Meanwhile, the problem itself only worsens. And because of the basis of such fragmentation, we see a world fragmented, conflicted, separated. We conclude that that's the way things should be, and that we'll simply not inquire deeper as to whether fragmentation or division can ever come to an end. Until, of course, the problem arises to the point where nobody can be separate from the problem. What kind of problems are these? And to the average person, this may not be a problem. To the average person, the problem is, for example, changing the oil on a vehicle, or a transmission, or a car problem. And yet, humanity has come upon the fundamental laws of nature, which theoretically could introduce boundless forms of energy. Boundless forms of energy which draw from the quantum vacuum, or can manipulate gravity at the quantum level in order to have a vehicle that runs on such energy. Have households that run on such energy. Have an entire world which runs on such energy. And yet, we ask ourselves then, what would happen if, on a daily basis, it's relevant to one's life, scrolling through the news, through YouTube, to come upon the news that scientists have discovered how to apply such theories, and that such application is available for daily use. Well, such knowledge would shock the foundation of all of the knowledge, memory, and experience that we have held as to what the world should be, the limitations as to what the world can be, as well as come upon that sort of energy which is limitless, wherein the brain is not separated, it's not fragmented, it's not looking through the lens of limitation, of which thought is. Thought is limited. We can see this for ourselves as we continuously debate over knowledge, memory, and experience. This conclusion, one can insert knowledge, memory, and experience as to why, or that conclusion. And one can insert knowledge, memory, and experience as to why. So we see that it's limited to two options. It's like a two-dimensional plane is limited to two options, A or B. We could see our experts rely solely between A and B. For or against, yes or no, support, not support, Republican, Democrat, so on and so on. So such limitations must bring conflict. It's embedded in the limitation itself. A cannot be B and B cannot be A. So, what does it mean to look at the world whole without such limitations? And can someone provide that answer?